And we're live. Hey,
Hey,
how are you?
good. Do you know what day
And
it is today?
Valentine's Eve.
Well, yeah, that too. That too. But I understand that in some places, February the 13th is known as Galentine's Day.
Yes, Galentine's Day. Now, I have gone to a couple of Galentine's events and I really love them. And when you mentioned Galentine, I have to give a huge shout out. I mean, my Galentine is barely on social media, but maybe she'll catch this today. But my Galentine's birthday is today.
Who's that?
My Galentine is Deidre Claybrew, and
Oh,
today is her birthday, and we've been kicking it strong for the last, sheesh, 30 years. And I just spoke with her, and we reminisce a lot. Like when I reminisce over you, my God. And so it's always good laughter, good love. And so my Galentine today is my girlfriend Deidre, and wishing her a huge birthday. If she even, maybe I'll send this to her. Maybe she'll
woohoo.
hear it. Maybe she'll know how much I just absolutely adore her. So
You
tell me
know,
about the history of
yeah,
Galentine's
some
Day.
people want to know really what is Galentine's Day. So I'm
Mm,
going to pull it up from here in my nerd mobile. But Galentine's Day, it's actually a play on Valentine's Day, which many people are familiar with. Valentine's Day is the 14th, where we celebrate all things love and romance and capitalism and red and all of
yeah,
that good
yeah,
stuff. But
that's
Galentine's is dedicated to celebrating a different kind of love, and that is the love of friendship. So the unofficial holiday falls today, which is February the 13th. And we specifically encourage women to get together with their female friends and honor the power of female friendships. So that is Galentine's. And it put me in mind of a quote that I read today because at this time of year when we're approaching Valentine's, a lot of people get in their feelings and they're like, oh, I'm single, like I'm a single woman and Valentine's Day has no meaning for me. I don't have a date. I don't have this and I don't have that. And that's just not what this should be about. Keeping in mind that Valentine's Day was probably created just to sell us,
candy.
roses and chocolate and hard feelings. But I read this amazing quote today when I was reading the Atlantic, as sometimes I am wont to do, and
Nerd.
I claim it. I completely claim that. So this is by Kim Brooks in an article that was called "On Failing the Family Vacation" in the Atlantic, and it says the secret of being a single woman is that it's actually not hard at all. Being in a relationship is hard. Being married is hard.
Can you say that for those again in the back? Okay,
Being
sorry.
in a relationship is hard.
No, the other
Being
part.
married is hard.
That part.
But as long as you have a community and good friends, being single is easy. But you have to pretend that it's hard. You have to pretend that you're sad and lonely because otherwise every woman would want to do it and then society would fall apart.
Oh,
Now, I don't think everybody is going to agree with that. That's just one person's perspective, but there is a lot of truth in there. Many people are single and focusing on what we perceive to be the sad and lonely parts of being single. But there's many great things about being single, and there's many great things about friendship whether or not you're single. So the romantic relationship is not the only relationship that we can elevate. We can elevate friendships too, no matter what status of relationship that we're in. And that's what Galentine's Day is all about.
so Galentine's Day is breaking out of the binary,
Yes, the
the
binary,
love binary.
the
Yeah.
oh,
Well, we're gonna queer Valentine's Day, which means we're gonna start thinking about all the possible ways there are to include people in what it means to love. And I think that's just so important. Like when we talk about inclusivity, like when people hear the word queer, and I learned this on a queer ecology hike I went on this last weekend,
oh, I
which
was
was
on that hike. It was awesome.
hella good, because people hear queer and they're like, oh my God, that what does that mean? But querying our thinking allows us to really re-examine the ways we look at things, particularly the heteronormative ways that we look at things. And
Mhm.
I'm encouraging everybody to think about, especially at this time in our in this world's current situation, about how revolutionary it is to really lead with love.
Lead
If we
with
talk
love.
about lead with love, like if we are talking about what it means, like Valentine's Day, oh yeah, I love you. It's easy to say that. We say that all the time. But what would it really look like if we really were to get out of the binary of loving in just the ways that we understand to be normal
Mhm.
and think about what it would be to, if I say I love you, how do I show up in that love? How do I show up when, how do I show up? Like, if I love somebody, I show up with my talents. Like I love, I wouldn't say I love glasses, but I love helping people feel better about the way they look in them. And so I get to show up for people in a way where I'm leading with love because I'm leading with the thing I'm good at. So imagine if you took your talents to bear on everything that you did. Like I think about my girl Allie, she's a great cook, great chef, and she leads with love, so she feeds people. Imagine if we led with that kind of revolutionary love and showed up in our own strengths and in our power, how we could really change this world.
That's so funny that you say, well, you don't know if you're going to say that you love glasses. I'm going to say that I love glasses, and I love glasses because they are an important vehicle for helping me to see, for helping lots of people to see. Many people don't think of vision impairment as a disability. And that's because we don't have to think about it as a disability because
Right.
we have glasses. We make this disability look good, but make no bones about it. It is a disability, and many people need support in this area. It is expensive to have this kind of support for a lot of people, or they don't have access to the things that they need to be able to see, and even if they have access to it, they don't have access to it in a way that makes them feel good and feel normal and feel like getting up and putting on your vehicle, or whatever it is. It should just be part of living your life. The world is really accommodating to people who are visually impaired. I want to see this level of accommodation and support built into people who have any kind of disability.
Absolutely.
So let's not take
Accessibility.
it for granted. But I do love glasses for that reason, because without them, I would not be a functioning person.
Well, let me just clarify. I love people, I don't love things. I love the things that allow me to help people, but I'm always going to ground people before things. And that's what I meant when I said I don't know if I love glasses. I love them because they allow, because of their tool, right?
Right. Because
And
if you
so
didn't have those glasses, you wouldn't even be able to see people to help them. You would not know the difference between people or a tree to be able to help. Or maybe that's just me.
that's just
That's
you.
probably just me. Yeah.
Because let's just say vision is also on the spectrum as we talk about querying things. Vision is also on the spectrum. So
Yeah.
I'm not that far down the spectrum. I'm over here with, like, if 2020 is the norm, because we got a norm, people norm thing like visual
Stop,
normative.
stop playing.
If
Stop
if
playing.
2020 is the norm, well then you're hi, I see you way over there. That you're over there.
Oh, you're so funny. You're funny, right? Don't be playing around with my highly challenged single vision, because I'm pretty sure you got like what you got 4 or 5 prescriptions in there right now, but
I
it's
have
okay.
progressives. I have progressives.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
like
progressives.
polyamory for the eye.
I like that. I
I know you
like
did.
that. So yes, I when I think about Galentine's too, I also have to give a huge shout out. First of all, I guess I need to give some background. I'll start with what I'm drinking. Can we start there?
We
Because
can
what are
start
you
there.
drinking?
Me,
What are you?
I'm not drinking.
Nothing.
I have nothing in front of me right here because I have something else in this glass.
Something else.
Something else, but we'll talk about that later.
Well, I'll show you what I'm drinking so you have a clue. Because I'm sorry, just
Yes, you are,
cocktail de fruit
you are
by
drinking
who?
my favorite
Peru.
Yes. You know why? Because some of us are cold and suffering in the frost of Canada, and some of us are warm and drinking my favorite drink, Hyroon fruit cocktail in Hyroon right now.
Hi, Rune. So that is the clue for tonight. I am coming to you live and direct from my, I wouldn't even say it's my other home. It's like I am trying to blur the lines between my three prospective homes, which this is one, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that's where I'm broadcasting to you from. It is home. So when I show up, people just talk to me like I was just here yesterday. Like, what are
Because
you
you
doing?
are.
Upstairs, your room's up. Like, what? So I'm home, and I left my home in Toronto, and then before that, I left my home in Detroit to be at this home. But um, I love. I want to say a shout out to the my sister who I'm staying with, which is Allie, and she's my Galentine too, because we've been kicking that strong for ooh 35, 30, 30 something, maybe 37 years. Well, and so that's where I am, and so I'm happy with that. I'm even more pleased that my children will be visiting on this trip because it's so important to set foot on ancestral lands and to not just to be about it.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that. So that's where I am, and yeah, so that's where I am,
Yeah.
and yeah, and it's nice.
Yeah. And I'm jealous, but we're not going to talk about that.
But you know what? We were here last year too, so I
Yes, we
have I
were.
have I
But
have
now
had
we're not.
I've had the pleasure of coming home with my because I'm not I guess I am uh, circumstantially single. But I brought my partner here last year. Then I came back with you, and now I get to be back with my children. And to me, that is a very important work. Like when we talk about work, it's such important work to reconnect and support. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's it.
Okay. So happy Galentine's, everyone. Focus on your
Well,
friendship.
you're my first Galentine ever in this whole entire world.
I don't think so, but I'll
You
take it.
are. You are. Because
You
I
make it
asked for
seem
you,
like,
number one. I was like,
right,
oh my
but
gosh, parents, can I have a Galentine? Because I really would want one day. And they were like, sure, here you go. And they handed me like a swaddled baby. And I was like, thank you, happy Galentines.
right, but I wouldn't say that you didn't have any meaningful friendships or female friendships before I got here,
I
right?
was
Because I'm
four.
humble. I'm
I
humble
was
like
four.
that. Like
I was
let's
four.
let's give a shout out to your probably your first Galentine who's never on social media either. Hey
Right.
Pat.
Hey, Pat.
Hey Pat. Happy Galentine's, Pat.
Happy Galentines.
Yes.
Grandma.
Soon to be grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
So,
love.
yes. So tonight we're talking about, I guess we touched on it, love. We love
Yeah.
glasses.
Yes. And I have over here, just a nice gift because I was thinking about how people are so quick to give gifts at this time of year, but there's just not a lot of imagination in these gifts,
That's
right?
true.
Like me, if someone's
Chocolate,
giving me a
flowers,
Valentine, right? Like I don't want
chocolate
chocolate.
rabbits. Wait, that's the wrong.
Really, I really don't want flowers. Like, if there's one thing you know about me is that I don't like flowers unless they're literally planted and growing in the soil. Like, I don't want to cut flowers and kill them. I mean, so many flowers are cut and sold at this time of year, and the whole thing just seems so unimaginative, right? Like, if you like
Destructive.
flowers and that's your thing, sure, but that's not my thing. So, what I thought I'd bring to bear today is what I would want to see in a bouquet. Like, don't give me a half dozen roses, but you can give me a half dozen poses.
Ooh, I like what
So I
you
have
did there.
a lovely bouquet of the kind of roses that I would like to get.
I like that.
Yes, and my lovely vase with the tissue paper, right? So,
Wow, you're playing around and being creative. I
yes.
see you. I
So
see
if
you.
you want to give a beautiful bouquet of roses, poses to your Galentine or Valentine, we've got some great picks over here. So I thought we could just pick them one by one
Okay,
and go through
let's
them.
do that.
All right, let's do that. Okay, first on the menu. First on the menu, we have
Ah,
this wonderful deep red cutout cat eye with green and yellow. Oh, look at how the yellow matches my nails. Woo!
oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, green and yellow and little cutout, nose pad features if that's your thing. Nice side arms. I should have put my dress on because I'm going out tonight for Galentine's and I'm wearing a very 90s red zip dress. If it will zip, you never know. I haven't tried it on, so we'll see. But yeah, I should have had my dress on so we could see how these will go with it. I think it's an important thing we often don't talk about is the way people feel like
Hmm.
glasses don't glam, but they glam,
Oh, they glam. They glam. That
so
is a nice look.
thank you. You don't have to, suffer through the indignity of contacts, blinking, fingers in the eye, what have you. If you have your glasses, you can glam your glasses and it can work. Say with a popping red lip like the one I've got on tonight.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So that's look number one. I want to shout out this red lip too. Um, I know we definitely like to big up the black owned brands. So this lip is called Perfect Red. Perfect
Mm,
Red by Juvia's Place,
black on.
the red cherry collection. Perfect Red.
Nice.
Yes. Juvia's.
Love Julia's place.
Love them. Yes, when it comes to, what we put on our faces, the tones, the shades, what have you, black owned brands, they know how to do it up for us. So,
Right.
Juvia's Place, that's the Perfect Red. Check it out. All right. Number two, I have a lovely
Ooh,
red and gray tortoise cat eye. Nice thick arms.
that's lovely.
Yes, this is a very popular one.
I love that. I love the what do you call it? How they're asymmetrical.
Yes, the
Up
asymmetric nature
top.
of the red.
Yeah,
Right.
that's nice. Those
Yes.
red arms. So you have the grounding with the red arms, but you have the asymmetric with the tortoise and the red, and it's nice. That's a really
Yeah.
nice look.
Makes me feel like I've got one eyebrow raised, like people who could do that. I can't do that, but for people who could do this, this is what I think that would look like. So that's look number two, right? Remembering that we have all of these in stock. Okay, this is number three. Number three is a bit of a unisex look.
Yeah, I like that.
Red brow line and then gray, a kind of clear gray across the bottom. It's square. I like it because it's very neat. So I would wear this when I don't want a huge distraction, but I like these.
I
Very,
like those. They're subtle. I love the shape. They're a rounded square, and they're
yes,
nice.
a rounded square. I also recommend these for people who have eyebrows because
You have
I
eyebrows, which I don't.
people have wonderful eyebrows and then they try on these huge pairs where you can't see your eyebrows at all. So this would be a good pair if you have something to show above the brow line. This would be a good pick so that
Yeah,
you don't mask
and
the
they're neat. They seem neat.
yes.
Like they're not out there, like going in every direction. They just seem really neat on your
Yes,
face.
they're very compact is the word
Yes.
that I'm looking for. So yes, look number three. Oh yeah, and those have the spring arm action, tap and tap. All right. Look number four is this more extreme cat eye
Oh yes.
with red and black detailing.
I like how the white is popping out on there.
Yes.
The white pops that out. That's
It's a
nice.
very confident look.
Oh, very, very. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You walk into the room with that on and people are like, whoa. It takes a lot of
Pause when she walks into the room. The men all pause from the band.
Climax.
Right. Thank you. It just slipped away from me there for a minute. Yes.
I'm Mama Shazam. I love that look. I really do love that extreme look.
Yes. You're my personal Shazam. I love these. They make
Yes.
me feel like a superhero. So that's look number 4. Look number 5. We have this square cutout crosshatch. So we saw one cutout look. This one has it a bit more at the side
A
with
square. Oh, and
tortoise
for his
rays
arms.
behind
Yeah.
the arms and thin at the side. I like these because the color is bold, but the shape is very neutral.
I like those because they can, yeah, I love, and again, they're square, but they're different, and it draws the eye out. So you're drawn to the cutouts. That's
Yeah.
very different. I like
Yes, it kind
that.
of does this. It makes your face do this a little bit. I like these in the red. We also have them in silver for an extremely neutral look and a bright green as well. But for our bouquet of roses and poses today, I went with the red. All right. And
All right.
last, but certainly not least,
Definitely not least.
I love these. We have a red clear cat eye with a hint of tortoise in the corners.
I like that.
It's a very round, wide open look. The color goes to the outside, so it accentuates again to the cheekbones and the outer
Yeah.
parts of your face.
And then
And the
the
red
pop
in
of red on the arms.
it's clear, but yes, the red on the sides is solid. So solid red at the sides, clear red in the front. These
That's
would
a
even
very
make
nice look.
a good everyday look.
Yeah, a very nice everyday look. Not too
Yes.
big, not too overwhelming, but I like that. I like that. Even though you're very muted on the front, you've got the
Yes.
pop on the arms, and that's
Yes.
nice.
I like
Definitely
that
nice.
too.
I like
So
that.
that is the 6 looks in our bouquet of roses and poses.
What a great idea! You did well with that. You did
Thank
well
you.
with that. And so I will say that since you're going to be watching this podcast tonight, tomorrow you can extend your love. If you want to pick one up for one of your Galentines, if you want to pick one up for a Palentine, you want to pick one up
Valentine.
for Galentine, Palentine, hey, Halentine. They're great gifts. They're
Yes.
different. And our frames, you can take to your optician. You can wear them as fashion frames with your lenses, your own lenses. You can do any number of things. So, yeah, it's a great gift idea. Different
Yes.
from chocolate and flowers and all the stuff we usually give or buy teddy bears on the side of the road from some guy. Hey, very different.
Right. So
Yeah,
these are useful, usable, practical gifts. They're practical, but they're fun. Give someone the gift that they can use, not the gift that either that doesn't suit them or that they don't like. Don't give them the same gift that you would give anybody else. Choose something special for them or for you. And it
nice.
doesn't even have to be today. We have a lot of great events coming up where you can pick up a pair of wonderful frames for yourself. Red roses, green leaves, any other color. Trust me, we've
Absolutely.
got it.
All right. So now that you mentioned that, we have some events coming up. So why don't you run through our events that are upcoming? Let's
Um,
know where we start.
okay, well, let's start with this Saturday, which will be our open mic at Laz. This open mic event is on February the 17th. And it's our Saturday night open mic. We're going to be having, comedy and, storytelling, hanging out, laughing, and most importantly, eating. This is a Comedylicious community event. This is taking place at Laz Authentic Cuisine, and you can get your tickets and find out more about this event at comedylicious.com. This is in Markham, so just in the Highway 7 and Markham Road area. Again, comedylicious.com. Tickets are $15. Get a ticket, come out, enjoy those drink specials, enjoy this food, and just have a good Saturday night. Then the next thing we have after that on the February the 24th is Dead Wit Laugh. Dead Wit Laugh is another great comedy show. Oh, that's on the 28th. Sorry, Wednesday, February the 28th. This is going to be featuring a cornucopia of Caribbean comedians, including Alan Shane Lewis, Bougie B. Bougie, Cliff Knight, myself, and it's hosted by Marlon Palmer. Calm yourself down, Keisha. Yeah, he just little tenderoni, who is also one of the newest morning hosts on the radio here in Toronto on Flow 98.7. Then, actually, on the 24th, which will be the Saturday before this, we're going to have Nyam. Nyam on Saturday, February the 24th, also here in Scarborough, featuring our amazing Roma Spencer alongside myself, Cliff Knight, and Lady Day. This is a Caribbean dinner and comedy show. We're going to have a DJ, Flacco. We're going to have our musical guest, Chiny Dillon. Tickets are $40. It's a great time to come out and have fun, celebrate Black History Month, and the tickets for that are on Eventbrite. And the day after that,
yes,
good. The day after that, we're having our Cups and Glasses Sunday Tea event. Sunday Tea at Brimley and Eglinton, again in Scarborough, where you can come out and shop with cups and glasses, get your frames, or a few other vendors that are going to be there. We enjoy hot drinks and snacks while you try fly frames, visit with our vendors, and hang out and meet fun folks. Tickets are at cupsandglasses.ca. And I have one more new event that we're just talking about today. You know, since we're on the topic of Valentines and Galentines, next month, so this is, you're getting the heads up well in advance. Next month on the 24th of March, 2024, we're going to be celebrating Black Marriage Day. Black Marriage Day is a celebration of love, commitment, and family. We're calling it 24-karat marriage in the air this year. We're going to be having dinner again at Laz Authentic Cuisine, 48 Main Street North in Markham. It's from 3 to 7 p.m. and you can get your tickets at bit.ly/BlackMary24. But we'll remind you about that in the next over the next few weeks. We will be reminding you.
Absolutely.
And TJ, if I'm not mistaken, you'll be here for that event.
Well, I mean, if I don't stay away from home too long, I might still be a partner. That's the hope. And on that, I should grab another drink. By the way, this does not have any booze in it.
Yep, it's alcohol free and it doesn't need any booze. It literally is fruit punch and it's delicious.
Yummy. Hi, Rune.
Hi, Rune. So let me run through the roses as I put them back in the vase for us today. So we'll run this one backwards. So look number 6.
Nice.
Red arms, red on the outside, slight tortoise, clear in the middle. Look number 6. Look number 5. Square, cross-hatched, thin arms, tortoise behind the ear. Look number 4. Look number 4. Do you remember? Extreme cat eye.
Extreme cat eye. Yep.
Cat eye.
Are you testing my mental acuity? Is
yes.
That what you're doing?
Because you gotta use it.
I know that's all in the news these days, but I'm good.
Sure.
I'm good.
So good you did not say anything.
I was muted, but I remember that.
Okay, well, and plus you remembered the band Climax, so I guess you can remember some things.
That's right, true. But I'm also not right.
Say, it's easier at this age to remember something from 30 years ago than it is for you to remember what you walked into the room to get 5 minutes ago.
Tell me about it now, that part.
That part. All right, look number 3. Compact cutie.
Compact cutie, yes.
And look number 2.
Asymmetric.
Asymmetric cat eye.
You
Good.
say asymmetric, I say asymmetric.
You say asymmetric. I say asymmetric. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.
Take them off and move on to the next. Let's go.
Is that your way of telling me that my singing career is going nowhere?
How about your way of telling me, my way of telling you I didn't remember what the first pair was. Oh, but now I do.
And cut out cat eye.
Cut out cat eye. Nice. Very nice.
Very nice. Thank you. I enjoyed that.
That was fun. So we are having a brief show, but I will be coming to you live and direct. We have so much to talk about. But in the meantime, I need to find a. Oh, that's lovely. While you twirl that, let me find a quote from
For
one
my
of my
booking.
favorite people about love, and I want to share that with you. And I'm going to pull the first one. Okay, so here goes. This is my quote that I leave with you for Galentines, Valentines, Palentines, and any other Antines you want.
Right.
Love is a combination of care, commitment, knowledge, responsibility, respect, and trust. Living simply makes loving simple. To love well is a task in all meaningful relationships, not just romantic bonds. Knowing how to be solitary is central to the art of loving. So, that's Bell Hooks, and she is one of my favorite people about her profound thoughts around love. And so I want to leave Bell Hooks with you today because the more we love ourselves, you can't love like when I'm gonna go Bible, but when people say love others like you love yourselves, if you don't love yourself, you don't even have the capacity to love others. So love here, fill your cup, extend that to others. It'll refill. I promise you. Love is one of those. It's one of those natural resources that never runs out. And that's a quote from me.
It's a many splendored thing. Love. I mean,
Well, um, oh, okay. That
that's a quote from a movie, if I'm not mistaken.
it's a quote from a song that mom loved, but okay.
Not why? Because I'm like, again, it's in there. It's in the gray.
Love is a many splendor thing. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay. So,
with that being said,
okay.
enjoy your Galentines tonight, and we
I
will
will.
catch you all on the flip side. Make sure you follow us on Openly Gray Life on Instagram. You follow me personally, Keija Gray, on both Facebook and Instagram. And please follow cupsandglasses.ca on Instagram. And you can find Cups and Glasses online. So not for glasses, but for personal consults. So we have our full range of amazing glasses for you to select and for us to have fun with you. So on that note, have a good night.
See you soon.
Peace.